Welcome back to Squawk Box. Joining us right now on the Newsline is Skybridge Capital founder Anthony Scaramucci. And we wanted to have Anthony on the program because there are reports about some gating issues at Skybridge, as well as fund performance, given his big stakes in the world of crypto. Anthony, thanks for joining us.
Oh, Andrew, good morning. Thanks for having me on. Where would you like to start?
I'd like to start with the headlines and really try to understand from your perspective what's happening. The headline from Bloomberg, Scaramucci halts withdrawals in a fund after stock and crypto swoon. It seems to suggest that investors are concerned about you gating their ability to withdraw from the fund.
Okay, so that is our Legion Fund, which is an offshore fund. It's a Cayman-based vehicle. It has about $250 million in it. The decision was made to suspend the redemptions. Of course, those are temporary suspensions. We do that alongside of an independent board. That fund's 27 years old, Andrew. It started in 1994. This is the first time that we've ever had a suspension. And so obviously none of us at Skybridge necessarily wanted to suspend it, but we have to take into account a balance of different factors. We have some private investments in there, and what you don't want to do is have the mix overly change due to near-term redemptions. And so our board made the decision to temporarily suspend until we can raise capital inside the fund and then make sure that when people get out, they get out orderly, and we keep the fund's portfolio composition more or less in sync, so not to damage investors that frankly want to stay in. Now, the fund's down 30% year to date. It's up 5% this month. The fund is unlevered, so there's absolutely no fear of any liquidation whatsoever. And about 18% of the fund is in what we would call crypto exposure. So some of that is in things like Bitcoin, also private investments in things like Sam Bankman-Fried's company, FTX. So stepping back from the whole thing, we made the decision alongside of our independent board. And as things start to get better, we'll release that suspension. And I think you know this from 2008 and the book that you wrote. A lot of times when these funds are suspended, clients do better. And I think the last point I'd like to make is that, of course, everybody signed in an investor agreement this type of flexibility. So I don't think there's any surprises here given what's going on in the overall market. But the good news is we're catching a bounce now, and I think things are going to get better.
Right. Anthony, as you know, though, when a fund suspends redemptions, it is a sign to a lot of folks that there is trouble. What are investors telling you, and what are you telling them?
Well, you know, and you've heard me say this before, everybody's a long-term investor until they have short-term losses. And so what ends up happening is they start to change their investment idea when they start seeing near-term negative performance. And so some investors are upset, but frankly, there's a lot of investors. That fund has been open, as I said, since 1994. There's a lot of investors in there, Andrew, that have long-term embedded capital gains and like the idea, because what they don't want to have happen is a mismatch or a mix change between our privates and publics.
Right.
And so, yeah, there are a few people upset. There's actually, I would say, more people in that fund that are happy with the decision.
Okay. Anthony, we appreciate you dialing in, especially given the headlines and the news and your candor in that. And we look forward to talking to you again very, very soon. Thanks.
I'll see you soon, Andrew. Thank you.